Hey everyone, Grayson the Bard here, and welcome back for day 107 of the Hunt a Day. Today we are going to be fighting a monster who used to be in my top 5, and who I still really like, but I realized when I was fighting it this morning that it no longer is in my top 5 monsters, and that was kind of a sad realization to have. Today we're fighting Agnaktor. And I really like Agnaktor. I think Agnaktor is really cool. It is a very fun take on the Leviathan skeleton. It is a very unique monster in terms of how it fights and moves. It is like the closest you get to fighting the underwater Leviathans on land because of how it swims through the rock and the lava and burrows up through the ground and makes use of like areas with low ceilings in order to dig through the rock and like go up and down and be very vertical and fully 3D. And in Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate, where I first thought him, he was such a cool, unique design and a cool, unique monster that I couldn't help but love him. And he, for years, consistently remained in my top 5 monsters. For whatever reason, this morning when I fought him, I was like, yeah, he's okay, but I honestly say I like him more than some of the newer monsters, and no, I think Garen Golem took his number 5 spot. Damn indeed. Well, anyway, I still really like Agnaktor. He's a cool monster, just had a bit of an existential crisis this morning. The deal with Agnaktor, it is a Leviathan monster. Its main gimmick is twofold. It burrows through, it digs through rock and stone, Deep Rock Galactic style, in order to, coat itself in magma. It exclusively lives in volcanic regions, and it was the original monster that had the lava hardening mechanic that Lavasioth got in Monster Hunter World. And at least to my understanding, there's like a minor conspiracy theory that Lavasioth replaced Agnaktor in Monster Hunter World because they couldn't get the Leviathan skeleton to work. And so they already had Agnaktor's lava hardening armor mechanic coded into the game. So they just popped it onto Lavasioth instead of making an entirely new monster or scrapping it entirely. And I think that's likely based on what I know about game development and how often assets are reused or repurposed as the development process goes. And in terms of fight, even in Generations Ultimate, which is where I'm fighting him right now, I think Agnaktor is a fun fight. It's very engaging. The only thing that's a little bit frustrating is how much time he spends zipping about the arena and getting away from me. But the lava hardening mechanic, it isn't as much of a problem as I remember it being when I played 3 Ultimate, because, and you'll see this happen throughout the fight, every time all of the armor hardens and he is, your attacks just bounce off of him, he immediately digs into the ground and resoftens the armor. There's no time where you have to, really work to find good hit zones or, find the stuff to not bounce, because he immediately refreshes the lava. And that is admittedly a little disappointing. It makes the fight go faster, and it makes the fight go a lot smoother, but I think it would be more engaging if we had to sit with that lava armor for a little bit longer. What is really cool, though, about the fight is when you break those patches of lava on him, they stay broken, and then that spot becomes a permanent soft zone. You don't have to worry about the armor hardening ever again. You'll see it happen with the chest, you'll see it happen on some of his arms and legs throughout this hunt, and I really like that. And I think it's the same thing with Lavasioth in Monster Hunter World, where once you break the part, you're good, and you can keep attacking that part and not have to worry about it. And on paper, I really like that idea of how to make the fight more dynamic, to be like, okay, yes, at the start of the hunt, this is obnoxious, I'm going to keep bouncing, but then as the fight progresses, as you chip away at that defense, you're just doing better and better, and you're able to get in big, chunkier hits. I really like that. I love when monsters do stuff like that. And, of course, I can't talk about Agnaktor without talking about the goddamn laser beam. Throughout the fight, it will clack its beak together a couple times and then shoot out a massive beam of fire that even causes Agnaktor to recoil. It's so powerful, and that is such a fun detail. that it, like, can barely contain the power of this beam. Oh man, I really do like Agnaktor. I wish I could say he was top 5 still. I don't know, maybe something will happen. Maybe he'll get put in a future game and his fight will be a little revamped and I will fall in love with him again. But for now, I think he's like a close like 6 or 7 in my top 10 list. Still good, still a very fun monster, still one of my favorites, just not as high up there as he used to be. Let's talk about his design real quick, because I think a part of it as well, I remember the lava looking a lot better on the Wii U than it does in Generations Ultimate. Like, in Generations Ultimate, I don't know if I just have like my contrast settings on my TV all donked up or what, but it is way too bright. It doesn't look natural. It looks like neon. Just like neon patches on this thing. They look like big glowing video game weak points, which they kind of are, but they don't feel like they're a part of the creature, and they like drown out the really nice like red-brown natural colorization that Agnaktor has, which you can kind of see when the armor hardens, but then at the same time, the armor hardens completely black, so it's just like this, like these like black patches covering is a majority of his body, so the reddish natural colorization only pokes through a little bit until you break those parts. It's so weird. It's such a, like, looking at renders and remembering this monster from 3 Ultimate, I think it looked so much better. I might have to go back and watch some, like, 3 Ultimate footage to see if I'm, like, nostalgia visioning this, but in my mind, it looked a lot better. Oh, yeah, it's a weird design. It is also a victim of Monster Hunter Rise's weird decision to put a bunch of baby monsters into the game, but not their adult counterpart. Monster Hunter Rise had the Uraktor, the little leviathans, in the lava caverns map. They were all over the place. And so I immediately thought, much like I did with the Zamites, I thought, okay, Zamtrios is going to be here. So I saw the Uraktor and I was like, hell yeah, Agnaktor time. And then he was not in the game at all. Not in the base game, not in Sunbreak. And they did that with a bunch of monsters. They had Jaggy, but no Great Jaggy. They had Jagras, no Great Jagras. Zamites, but no Zamtrios. It was such a weird choice. And I want to believe that maybe they were teasing that he'll be in the next game, so maybe he'll be in Wilds. But I also have no idea, because I haven't seen any, like, lava areas. Again, I want to remind everyone, I am spoiler-free on everything post-release date trailer. I have not seen anything post the trailer in September that showed off a little bit of the Flooded Forest, some of those monsters, and the flagship. I don't even know their names. I just know that, like, it's the flagship and friends. So I have not seen any, like, lava-y areas where Agnaktor could fit, so it's hard for me to say if he's going to be there. I know there has to be one, because there's always a volcano-ish thing in Monster Hunter. So I'm going to put Agnaktor kind of lower just because I don't know. I'm going to say, like, a 4 out of 10 to return in Monster Hunter Wilds. And I'm hoping, like, a high 6 or 7 out of 10 to return in Monster Hunter Future down the line. Okay, I think I'm already pushing this ramble a little bit long. I think I might accidentally go over my time, so I'm going to stop here. Thank you all so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you want to. Stick around until the end of the hunt if there's much left. Don't if you don't, and until next time, I'll see you next time.